Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Today I am mostly be playing Powerplay. I'm going to have a look at this big thing and see what it's all about. This is being recorded on Twitch, so I am live online, but I will be posting this to YouTube at some point as well when I'm done. So you may see some other things. No, you won't see any other things really. Just me. This is another one of those unplanned streams. I wanted to take a look at Powerplay and, well, first thing have a look and see what it's all about in terms of the main game. Whether it's going to be something that I can get behind and get involved with without it being too political and too boring to me, because obviously politics equals boring to me. And the other main thing would be seeing if any of the elements will have any implications for the RPG. I'm thinking from what I've seen so far, because I've watched a couple of streams about this. I had a watch through some of Crash Landing's stream last night, and although I don't think it will have much of an impact on the RPG as far as its system's concerned, because primarily because it's supposed to be a very fluid thing, and it's not something that the RPG itself can simulate. That would be something that the GM and the group would have to put together as part of their landscape of their game in their universe, because obviously the RPG doesn't take place in a canon universe as such. Everything that's in the book hopefully will be canon, but when it comes to the actual games that are played, then obviously they will be questionably canon. If something gets elevated to being canon, then that's fine, but that's up to Frontier to deal with every actual group that's playing or any feedback that I give them based on what's happening in the RPG. But essentially any game happenings within someone's session would not be considered to be part of the actual Elite universe. So the Powerplay things that are going on, very fluid and fast moving as they seem to be designed to be, could be something that's not really relevant within the RPG context. The only exception to that I would possibly make would be the powers themselves, like the people involved with those powers. Those are into the book as something. I mean, obviously the nice pictures of all the different powers. Hiya Darren, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm just waffling to myself at the moment. The different powers that are there and the different people that run those powers, for example Denton Petraeus and whatever her name is, Duval, Lavinia Duval, whatever her name is. These are people that could be in the RPG as personalities and mentioned within some of the sections of the book. So there could be a bit of expansion to put them in, which would benefit the book. It would give at least some additional background information that people could use. So we'll see how that goes and see if it's worth putting in. I think at this point I'm thinking it's probably worth going in, which means another look back at the rewrite section. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so I think the main thing is trying to have a look and see where all this new power stuff is. Now, I'm not actually all that sure how to find it in the interface, to be honest with you. Is it part of the map? There's the Powerplay stuff there, seeing what's where. So this is the big fancy map that I've been getting told about. So that's Skigio, controlled by Felicia Winters. Eating some form of lunch, that's kind of worrying. If you don't know what form of lunch you're eating, Edarin, then I'd be concerned. Certainly won't be coming for lunch at your house. That's okay. That's fine. That's where everything is. Funky doodah. So I'm currently... Yeah, so Shinrarta Desra I would take it because it's exploited. Because when I circle that, that big circle comes up. So I'd assume that Shinrarta Desra's sphere of influence obviously originates here, but it's also within LFT 926's sphere of influence as well. So it's buggered on both sides basically. Pasta for lunch. Car bomb, just what you need halfway through the day. I had McDonald's breakfast this morning. I had myself a sausage, egg and cheese bagel. That's all I've had. My lunch at the moment comprises a bottle of water and a strawberry and banana smoothie, which is probably all I'm going to have because I'm not all that hungry. Contemplating doing pancakes and bacon tonight with maple syrup. So, Blobtastic. That's the powers and their influence in local systems. He's all the way down here on his Todd. Aisling Duval. That's it, Aisling Duval. Yeah. Interesting. Is that Duval as well? Who's purple then? Everything that's purple belongs to my wife, so that's Lavinia Duval. It's a shame. Purple I would have gone for as someone to follow primarily because of the fact I like purple. Okay, so Shinrarta Desra. Let's go back up there. Actually, you know what? I think as part of this Powerplay thing, I may, if I can spell it, actually see whose sphere of influence does Morton Mart fall under, which is the RPG's home system. Data for Aisling Duval. Oh look, it's just outside everybody's sphere of influence. Or is it? There's the screen I was looking for. So that's how you get into it, you have to go to the map and then go on all this. So it's not really, it is just, and I mean just in the sphere of influence of this red person. So is that red person actually Aisling Duval then? Because I'm sure that was one of the other ones. Zachary Hudson. See, that would seem to me more to be Zachary Hudson's colour, wouldn't it? Oh, it's off again. It would be Zachary Hudson. Pasta, cheese sauce, ham and seasoning. Everything with bacon. Yes, everything with bacon is awesome. Bacon is awesome. Cause action. Hello. Aisling is pronounced Ashling. No, who says? I've not heard anyone pronounce it any other way. think I'll stay away from this Powerplay thing because it seems you'll be KOS inside systems. What does that mean? See all these abbreviations, I'm not into all this abbreviation shit. I don't know what's going on. So there's a headquarters for them as well, eh? See, she's based all the way down there. But that red bit I was looking at before, which seems to be the other guy, kill on sight. Oh right, okay. That makes sense. If you're going to follow someone who's Imperial, then you probably wouldn't be very popular in Sol, would you? So that red bit up there is where Morton, Martin, or Desra are. And that's the bit that says data for Aisling Duval, or Ashling, whatever. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure about this Powerplay thing myself, you know, I'm only having a look at it, see what it's all about, but it just seems to be... It's just politics, and I'm not a big politics fan. So is this Zachary Hudson then? Zachary Hudson's controlled bit. That'll be his headquarters there then. Yeah. I think the problem I've got is that a lot of this stuff seems to be now quite a lot of people have got through the ranks to elite quite quickly in the game. A lot of the stuff that's coming out is really getting tied up for them. I've noticed that quite a lot of stuff on Karash's stream last night was for high ranking combat pilots, and I'm not a high ranking combat pilot. I mean, I'm quite low ranking at everything. It's for non-finished combat elites, yeah. You start taking sides somewhere, once in a system, just another ship, now you can be a political enemy. Well, you see, that doesn't really interest me. That's just politics. I don't mind doing the combat for combat's sake, I don't mind doing the combat to raise money to buy bits for the ship or buy new ships and so on, but where does it really get you in the end? It's politics. It'll just go round and round and round the houses, and then you'll end up spending 2 or 3 days just fighting people just for the sake to get someone's political power up a little bit higher, and then a couple of weeks later you could end up back in the same boat again, doing the same job for someone else, or doing the same job for the same person even, because they've lost all their influence. It seems more like a player v player thing, where players can take sides against certain people and then go other places to be against other people, and I'm sorry. Not entirely sure how much use it's going to be in the long run. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Each to their own, as I've had a conversation with someone already this morning. Everyone's going to take what they want to take from this game. This is one of those updates that, other than bringing in the Imperial Courier and the Diamondback, which are nice, not something that interests me, so not for me, I don't think. I do want to test it, because obviously I'm a beta tester, I should be testing this kind of stuff. I don't want to shirk my responsibilities, as it were, but I'm not really sure how much interest I'm going to get from this, to be honest. I'll go back to where I was. So there you see. Mortonmar is just within Zachary Hudson's sphere of influence. It doesn't seem to want to show up on the map properly for some reason. So because there's nothing actually going on there, there's no conflict there or anything, it's just an empty system. But nearby, in that one, there's some stuff going on. Is that what this little curve means? I don't know. You see, the interface just seems to take away all of the interaction from the map. It just shows you dots. Just where everything is in the sphere of influence. It's confusing. Doesn't make a lot of sense for me. Commanders on Twitch are the top elite, the norms are not elite. I'm on Twitch, I'm not top elite. Pfft. Well, lost some. This is unlike me. I actually lost stuff in the Twitch feed. It's gone too fast for me to keep up with. That never happens. Since Founders World is controlled by one faction, so Founders need allegiance with that faction. Right. Well, yeah, obviously. The Founders World is similar to Ezra. I was looking at Mortonmar. Founders need allegiance with that faction. Well, yeah. See, the weird thing, there's a bit of an odd thing going on in the Founders World recently. Not well, before the Powerplay thing came out. It just seemed quite random. The things that were attacking me. There were ships from Darkwheel attacking me, then ships from Shinra Artezra's own people, Founder System people, and just different people all attacking me for no reason. Pirates probably, I don't know. Not for me. Each faction has its own benefits. You can always remain non-aligned and keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, see, that's the thing that I was talking about anyways. I think I talked about this when I was on someone else's stream the other day. It's that I don't think I'm going to bother. I think I'm just going to stay out of it in the main game, and I'm just going to remain an independent person flying about and doing the things I need to get to do the things I want to do, which is buy ships, essentially. Because I think the only goal I've really got is to actually own every ship at some point. If I can own every ship at some point, then that's my main story goal done. If I do anything else on the way, then that's what I do. At the moment I'm in beta, Edorin. In beta I am 10. In beta I'll test what I can. I'll have a look around when I'm testing the ships, obviously, because I've got a Diamondback at the moment. I may have a look around the this stuff. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do in the main game, to be honest with you. So I can't even click on the station, on the place I want to click on. So what do I do then? If I want to, let's say if I join Zachary Hudson, who's what? Is he independent? Which is very combat oriented. I'm not combat oriented. Oh, you mean I got attacked randomly in Shirar? That was in beta actually. I got attacked randomly in Shirar. No, I've not, because I wasn't in Shirar. It was the cross-platform beta and this beta that I got attacked in. Well, not attacked. I went to the nav point, the nav beacon. You almost got it right, Edorin. You put the H in the wrong place. Instead of putting it after the T, put it after the S, then it would have been right. You got it right the second time. Yeah, the Powerplay update adds the little drone things, doesn't it? I've not tried them out either yet. President Hudson. Uses intelligence collected by both military and civilian federal agencies to ensure that it's his finger on the pulse. So he's federal then? Yeah, he's federal. Big federal logo in the background, David. No, I don't want nothing to do with them, because it's one, it's federal, and two, it's combat. So it's two things that don't particularly interest me. Archon Delane. combat again. But this guy's independent, is he? Yeah, independent. Archon Delane's Kumo crew. Some of the names are fucking cringeworthy. Sorry, I'm swearing again. I forgot I'm still in GTA 5 mode from last night. Stop swearing. I tried to mark my Twitch as being mature audience last night, and it crashed Twitch. Well, it crashed the website anyway. Mining comes to trading in beta. I read that somewhere actually, yeah. That mining is also counted to trading, so that's actually quite good, because when I've been writing the RPG, I've been obviously writing up the careers that you can do. And I wrote mining up and said that the prime, because each career that you can do as a pilot, as an independent pilot, I've given a prime elite rating that it controls. And for mining I've put trade, which seems like the most logical one. But the only one I had problems with was piracy, because I couldn't work out whether piracy would be a prime trading thing or a prime assassin thing, or a prime combat thing, sorry, because essentially in order to get the stuff you want to trade you have to attack the ship. But then there's more, the way I justified it was there's less likelihood of you reporting the fact that you've attacked the ship than there would be the fact that you're going to go and trade the items you stole. So obviously I did piracy as being trade. Right. So rather than sitting and watching the screens, I'm actually going to do something. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to actually go and join one of these people or do something. I mean, is this guy anywhere near me? So I've got Archon Delane. His selected stuff's way down there. That's miles away from where I am. Okay, I'm quite close to like lave places, so if I go back to the main map, so I can actually see the planets I'm trying to click on. Let's go up to the lave cluster and see what's up there, Powerplay wise. It's bloody Delane again, isn't it? Not Delane. Hudson again, isn't it? Like you see, it's taking away those dots that you can click on. It's all Zachary Hudson. So, I want to fight against Zachary Hudson. I want to stop him from taking over all these places that I like. A dead lean! Yay! So yeah, that was a bit random. A dead lean was one of the planets that I actually had a section for in one of my fanfiction stories. An attack on Lave was launched from a dead lean at one point. No, I want to be unfriendly towards him. So if I wanted to join a faction that would fight against Hudson and stop him from taking over all these places, how would I do that? How do I find out who's in conflict with Hudson? And then say, right, I don't want Hudson to be taking over places where I live. He's getting a bit too close to Mortenmark for my like, and I want Mortenmark to remain independent. I don't want a Federation butt-cheek coming over and taking over all my Mortenmark. I want to kick him out. So how can I get on with doing that? That's the thing I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to get up in his grill. Want to bitch slap him back to his own people. Get out of my space. Stop stealing my women. You can't brain today, Edrin. Okay, so someone neighbouring him then. Someone neighbouring this red area that I'm currently in. Well, there's an orange guy. Who's the orange guy? Orange. Felicia Winters. That's federal again. Again, I don't want to be trading a Fed for another Fed. Who's that blue person? Is the Minotaur Val Empire? That's just as bloody bad. Who's green? That'd be Edman. It is. See, right, okay. Edman's quite close. And it's centred over Alioth as well. Now, I don't mind they've been part of the Alliance, because they're part of the Alliance anyway, and essentially the Alliance as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I want to believe in my head and my RPG. The Alliance is just essentially Galcop round the corner. Just done a little better. I've done a little better in universe. Anyway. So if I ally up with Edmund Mann, see, I used to go to school with a guy called Martin McMahon, which is M-A-N-N, McMahon, and he always used to get his name spelt Mahon, M-A-H-O-N, McMahon, as in the guy that runs sorry, I don't call it WWE because that's a shit name. And I still think they should have wrestling pandas. I always have. And I'll always believe that. So yeah, so I want to help them. How do I help them? What can I do? Can I join his gang? So there's Edman. Right, so if I pledge allegiance to him. It's one of the beer, so let's... No, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's have a look. He's into the money. Yeah, I'm into money. That's good. I like money. So if this could be fun. I may actually make myself an enemy in the entirety of the places that I call home. So I pledge allegiance to Edman. Rating. Preparation. Expansion. Stats. I know from watching watching Karash last night, that there is a penalty. No, I'm nowhere near his area. I have to fly across all the different bits. I don't care. I'll risk it. I can run fast. Yeah, there's apparently a penalty for leaving or defecting. There it is, look. After defecting, Edmund Mann's agents will attempt to hunt you down over the next day. During this time, you will not be able to join another power. Well, there is no death, is there? Because you get blown out your ship, you get tractor beamed back to a station. Get timey-wimey balled back to a space station. Okay, so far, got preparation. Apparently I can click on one of them. And I can do stuff there to improve their standing, obviously. Prepare Arab to allow it to move into expansion in the next cycle. Increase the level of preparation by dominating it through this screen or completing preparation actions. Preparation action, preparation task. Collect alliance trade agreements from contacts in controlled systems to support man's preparation of this system. Or I can help somebody expand. Expansion, trade ties. Collect alliance legislative contracts from our control systems and bring them here. So does that mean that I need to go to systems? So if I'm here, if I'm going to a wrap, I'm trying to prepare a wrap. So if I go to controlled systems in his space and collect trade agreements, obviously I'll get offered trade agreements as part of a mission, and then take them to Arab, then that will give me thingy. So if you can't get out of enemy territory, you get ported to the last station you visited that belongs to an enemy faction. Yeah, that sounds a bit odd. I don't know how that works. Okay, pledge to nominate. Okay. Alright, so if I go back, view on map, I want to go to Arab. Okay, there it is. So if I plot a course to there, it's going the wrong way. I don't want it to go. See, this is what I thought was the thing. I want to actually help expand. So if I have an agenda as a player, it's not important. I have to follow their agenda. So if I want them to try and send me out to, like, if I want them to try and help expand this way so that they can take back Lave or any of the other places that I like, then that's not going to happen. That seems a bit limiting. So these are the controlled systems, obviously, or are they the ones that are expanding? I need a controlled system. I would have thought that the ones that have that icon on would be the controlled ones. So obviously I need to go to a controlled system. Where am I at the moment? I'm across the other side. I'm here. Okay, well let's try. Let's try. What's that? That's outside his space. What's his data for Edmund? Man, this should have one that says controlled by. It's one of those ones that I need to go to, isn't it? There we go, there's one. There's one. That'll do. Can I get there? Yes, I can. That's actually not that far away. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Yes, hostile. I am now in a hostile station. My home station, where all my spacecraft are, is now hostile to me. I still use it though. Pardon me. put everything maximum in, haven't I? Actually, better double check, make sure I've got fuel scoops and shit installed. Internal. Fuel scoop A3, fuel tank 16. I'm almost at the maximum power level. So if it's hostile to me, does that mean they will actually shoot at me as I get out? Oh, that's great, isn't it? So it actually completely restricts where you go in the galaxy if you ally with a faction. So they can actually immediately tell that you're allied, so your deals with someone else are completely public. Not impressed with that idea. But your private business should be your private business. It's not like I've got a, what's his name, Edward Mann flag all over my ship, but I'm still the same ship I came in. So basically, if you've got a space station where you've got all your ships docked, or even some of your ships docked, and that station then falls into the hands of another faction that you're not friendly with, does that mean that you then have to fight through the station to get back in to get your ships? Not entirely keen on that idea, to be honest. Let's find out. I'm launching, I'm going to go to this place, I'm going to see what happens. If the station tells me that if a station starts shooting at me, then I certainly will not be joining any factions in the main game. Raise landing gear.
Retracting landing gear.
I've not been shot at yet. I've not been shot at. Okay, that's fine then. That's not too bad then. Engage hyperdrive.
Engaging jump drive.
So the system may be hostile. It's letting you know that you're in a hostile system, but doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to shoot at you. I think obviously the thing that might happen is other pilots in the same system, or even NPCs in the same system, may detect that you're not part of that particular band and then want to come after you. It's still a bit of a concern. I mean, it does say you're hostile, so I would say that there's going to be some repercussions from that at some point, otherwise there'd be no point in showing it on the dashboard. And trying to docket it again, that might be fun. Maybe I should have tried that actually before I flew away. Top of the line fuel scoop now and everything. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, what I'll do then, this next system I come to, if it's friendly, or if it's hostile, sorry, I'll try and go to the station and dock at it. Right, it says hostile. Is there a space station? There is indeed. Right, there's MacArthur Gateway. Let's go to MacArthur Gateway and see if it will let me dock. No, I'm armed to the teeth, I think, so that's 5,000 light seconds. Awesome! I'm arms to the teeth, so if I get picked up by any other people, then we'll see what happens. Because you never know, one of the things they may have actually added to it, and I've got a feeling there's a ship coming in quite close, I've got a funny feeling he might run interdict. And if he does, I'm just going to let him. I'm not going to fight it. I want to see what happens. Because one of the things I was going to say there was that, yeah, there you go, see? I have nothing. Target.
Target locked.
Next target.
Cycling next target.
Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
Now, it didn't say anything about different factions. That was just piracy. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
Power to engines.
Max engines.
Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
What's the purpose of the whole power play with controlling powers and nothing changes? I get a funny feeling, again, I don't think it's going to affect NPCs much. I have this funny feeling. It's obviously not going to affect how you come out of stations that are hostile. It's just maybe telling you you're in hostile space. But maybe it's more directed towards players, so that if players are aligned to a certain faction, and a player aligned with a different faction comes into their jurisdiction, then they have the opportunity then to say, right, that's definitely an enemy, blah de blah de blah. And obviously it's a framework to put around the missions as well. So because the power that I've gone for is not a combat oriented one, it's more of an information one, I'm going to get given missions that are taking information leaflets back and forward between the different systems. So in order to try and convert another system, Edward McMahon's plan is to just do a big leaflet campaign, basically. Whereas if I'd aligned myself with Hudson and I'd gone off to do something in Hudson's system, or if I'd been going to do missions for Hudson, then they would be combat missions. So I'd be sent to take out other people's pilots. That's how I understand it anyway. Apparently there's a huge PDF, like 9 pages of instructions on this stuff, someplace on the internet. I start thinking about slowing down. That's what they're saying, every power has its own style. Or every head of every power has its own style, and that dictates what the power will ask you to do. So do it, as I say. McMahon's thing is leaflet campaigns and the peaceful options, whereas other people will be more military and other people will try and do it via trade. So whatever your flavour of play, you pick that power. If you want to play a certain way, you pick a power that's going to let you do that kind of mission. Alternatively, if you want to customise the way that you play to a particular power and you want to line yourself up with that power and do whatever job they want you to do, then you do that. That's how I get it anyway. I did think at the time, although it's a big gameplay update as far as everything else is concerned as well. I mean, you've got obviously new technology in there. They've rejigged quite a lot the way everything works. I mean, the Powerplay update is huge. It's just its flagship thing is this Powerplay thing. And there's I think there is something in this update for most players. That'll take their fancy. So you've got the new ships, which are it's always good to have new ships, unless you're somebody who's trying to design a book that these new ships have to go in. You've got the drones. You've got the changes to the way that the legal system works and criminality works. So, in theory now, if I head towards that station, if this hostile thing actually has any difference, actually makes any difference to your game, and if I try and dock, they'll tell me to bugger off. Which they haven't. So, your hostile status in this system makes no difference to whether you can dock or not. It obviously makes no difference to the patrols. I'm not getting attacked by anything that's station related. So no, I don't think it's got anything to do with anything really. Oddly, I'm not getting done for speeding either. Talking B19, way over there. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
This Twitch stream I'm going to put on YouTube, and I will actually, at one point, possibly let people know, like Frontier and so on, that I've done this, and that there is a bit of a review in it for the Powerplay, so they can use it if they want to. Minor factions, not major factions. Yes, definitely. That's kind of what was made clear through the thing as well. So a Fed station will always be a Fed station, only owned or controlled by a minor faction, like Brotherhood of blah blah. See, that's the bit I'm not sure about. I've got a funny feeling that yes, that's the case. A federal station in federal space will only change hands between different federal powers. So all it is, it's more like infighting between the different organisations. So you've still got Empire, Federation, Alliance. And the way I've taken it to mean is that you've got those three will not really change much. It's just the bits around the edges that might change, as the different powers, minor powers, and members of those different factions vie for their own power base in different areas of space, and they could then possibly use that to go for positions on the Imperial Senate or the Federal Council or whatever it is they use, or go for presidency of emperorship or stuff like that. So, although I'm not entirely sure, that's the way I've kind of read it so far. What ships have they got here? Sidey, Eagle, Hauler, Asp, Type 7. Okay. I don't know though. I mean, I think I'm not sure if it's got the capacity to do this, but it would follow that places that are on the borders between different regions of space or different powers, like if you've got a federal power who's on the border of an imperial power, then I think there may be the capacity for an empire, or the possibility for the alignment of that station to change, or that system to change. Or you may find that you still have federal elements in the system, and then you've just got you've got a proxy battle going on then between the two, an imperial faction fighting against a federal faction within that system. And you may find that stations may change alignment or planets may change alignment, but the system itself may keep the same alignment as an imperial system or a federal system, whichever one. I don't know for definite. What if a Fed faction expands an allies base or whatever? I don't know. As I say, I'm going into this as a complete noob. I've not read most of this stuff. I've not been on the forums. I've not really kept up with anything other than the newsletters and the dev updates. So I know the principles of why this is being done. and the overall general thing of it, but specifics I have no idea.
Ship released.
Raise landing gear.
Engines engaged.
Retracting landing gear. Space break.
What happened to him? In that derelict. Look, we were inside and there was nothing around, so he volunteered to go down below. And these egg things. A little less communication, and next thing we bring him up, and he's got this thing on his face.
Locking target.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. Phone rang. Yeah, so around the borders where the Empire meets the Federation and other things like that. Not entirely sure what the plan will be, whether they'll allow the handover of systems between different factions or not. That's kind of what I was hoping for, would be there, because that's just what I've literally said, is that obviously the Alliance... Well, you see, that's one thing. The Alliance, the Lave and all the bits around Lave, have all been Alliance territory. Was it they called it the Lavian Enclave or something like that? The Protectorate or something, I don't know. They gave it a name at some point in the past. And that now seems to be under threat from the Federation. So maybe that's your thing. Maybe it is possible to change the allegiances of planets through the power play. I would assume that given that there's a strong federal presence around Lave and Shinra Desra, well, Shinra Desra has always really been federal, isn't it? That, I mean, Morton Mar, the RPG planet, is an independent state, but it looks like it's currently under threat from different factions. So yeah, maybe they can. Maybe there is the possibility of spreading influence to different systems and make it a truly mutable universe, which could have realistic impact on the galaxy, which is what Frontier always promised, was that the player could make a difference in the universe that's there. make a difference in the universe and change the galaxy and all that sort of stuff. And maybe Powerplay is the way it's going to get done. Or the way that most of it's going to get done anyway. Give me a shout on the chat if I'm actually saying it, and if you can hear what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I put the microphone back on. Oh. Well, that smoothie was nice. Enjoyed that.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop
How many
disengaged.
jumps are left? 9 jumps. So where's it going? Bellow bog. Bellow bog. Change to navigation, fastest route, Bellow bog, go. It's probably 2 jumps now, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. I seem to be noticing something about sound on Twitch. Sorry. A lot of players have said, or Twitch players have said, that their microphones are up and down in the sound levels. Like levels they've used in one session on Twitch have turned out totally different on other sessions on Twitch. Riga was playing last night. Was it last night? Yesterday? One of those days anyway. A day recently. And he was getting complaints from his viewers that his microphone was far too loud. But I get the occasional complaint when my microphone's too quiet. And then I get other days where people say it's perfectly fine. So I don't know, I think there's maybe something in the way that the encoding's done through Twitch that maybe makes it a little bit of a variable. But in any case, I've turned most of the volume on my things right down.
4, 3,
So
1, engage.
da 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 da. Waiting for the opportunity at the minute to upgrade my sound system, as it were. Or you get a slightly better set of headphones and a better microphone. Because this microphone is not the best microphone ever, and I'm sure you've probably noticed it has a bit of a click to it when I'm talking.
2, 1,
As was pointed out repeatedly by the Live Radio guys when I was doing sessions with them. It's a weird thing, but then it is a cheap, I think it was £2 from Hong Kong or something. And I ripped it off at its base, put the electronics into a tic-tac box, then strapped it to the side of my headphones. Welcome to Bellow Bog. Ooh, conflict zones. Do you know what? Listen, I've never visited a conflict zone before. Shall we have a look?
fuel scooping.
Probably go fast with the fuel scoop, couldn't I? So 150.
Fuel scooping complete. engaged.
Yes, it's very DIY, this headset. It's a... I think I put it on the Twitch page what it actually is, but it's a no fear set of headphones that I got from JD Sports. The death and violence are too much. We can only survive if we leave. That's deep. Is that a new Powerplay thing? Ooh. Aisling or Ashling Guardian. Power to weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
Next target.
Next target.
Ah, see, this is a faction one, look. Enemy, Aisling Duval. I kick your ass.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Interesting. Chris, one of the shields are still up when I blew him up. So there you go. Power to engines. Power to engines.
Diverting power to requested system.
Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
So that's an actual enemy.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Based on the faction alignment. So that's, as you say, header in, that's new. So that's obviously one of the new things that's coming. So will people drag you out of Super Cruise specifically because you are an enemy of their faction? It seems like that would be a yes. And is that going to be more common than being dragged out of space by a pirate? I'm actually not sure. The lasers on this thing just aren't very good. They overheat too quick. And I've got my heat management systems maxed out. Although maybe I need to start using things like heat sinks. Or non-laser weapons. Man, that's a big gas giant. Not entirely impressed with the enemy banter. It's not any different from anything else, because it's still, although it's an enemy aligned with the Aisling Guardian, it's still just looking for cargo. No cargo useless right now, you die, victim. So it's just piracy talk. It's not actual faction talk. So, pretty much half a job there. Local Ross, show them what we're made of. Support our pilots. Support whose pilots? Who are you? Awesome. Eh? I think he perhaps saw what the rock was cooking. Target.
Target locked.
Lawless? What do I do? Do I attack it? Target.
Lock target.
Federal Navy. Eh. Target.
Locking onto target.
Target.
Target locked.
Shields online.
Target.
Targeting.
The Alliance want to support, so... Target.
Targeting.
Federal Navy. I'll have some of that action. Power to weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
Just sort of probably get my ass handed to me because obviously he's got his mates and everything, hasn't he?
Target shields offline.
Yep, I'm going to get my ass handed to me.
Shields offline. Taking damage.
Power to systems.
Max systems.
Under attack.
Yeah, alright. Power to engines.
Power diverted
Boost.
to engines. Afterburners. Maxing engines.
Not comply.
Okay, that was silly. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, fair enough. See, one I can handle. target.
Next target.
Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Not for
Target
long.
shields offline. Target destroyed.
No bounty. That was nasty. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, Lawless is a new one. I've not seen that one before, but then see, that's the first time I've been to a combat zone. So it may be part of it. The fact that it's just Lawless, that just you're really here to support who you want to support. Lawless is really an indicator that says, well, you're not going to get any sort of legal status or fine because of this, because it's a combat zone and you can do what you like. Ain't no such thing as clean or dirty when you're in a fight, I suppose.
Says here that the water has so much moisture on its surface that it continuously creates cycles of clouds, falling rain.
Well, that's the first maybe in a combat zone. The other thing I would look at, other Twitch feeds that I've seen when I've been on Kate's stream or Mad Dog's stream, they've been quite frequently going to combat zones. Although, I have to say, I did see there was some way that they used of picking a side. So you could go onto like your side console there, whether it's in the status panel or what, I don't know. But I didn't see that in that instance. Unless that's things like community goals you can do that with, I don't know. But yes, I've seen lawlessness in that area, but I've always seen that you can friendly fire somebody by mistake and hit the wrong side. Probably hit somebody that pisses everybody off at the same time. Oh well. Well, it's doing my combat rating some good. Kumo Crew Watch. Target.
Locking onto target.
See, Archon Delane's Kumo Crew. Ah, so there you go. Another faction based one. Power to weapons, not still on weapons. haven't hit me yet. You big brave talk for somebody who's about to die.
Under attack.
Yes, I know, I can see that. With the guy that's at the front of me getting his ass kicked. % left, dude. Are you scared? Are you scared? Should be.
Target destroyed.
I'll just kick your ass. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I've noticed that, yeah. That's the most I've been interdicted at all, and that's what? 2 out of them. Is that 2 and 2? 2 pirates, 2 enemies? Oh, I like it. If it's going to give me more combat when I want it, then fine. The only thing is, if lining me up with somebody makes me a target, then I don't want to do it, because obviously I'm a trader. Primarily I'm a trader, and I want to be able to do a trade mission without having to worry about getting interdicted every 5 seconds, because my ships are kitted out for certain jobs. I've not got a general ship at this point. One-on-one I can hold more. In this, because it's kitted out for combat and nothing else. So, I'm not sure. I think it just seems an all or nothing thing. I like the idea. I think it's a good idea, and as I say, I think certain people will like it, but not for me. So I'm hoping, if I've read this thing right, if I go here, I should get offered a mission to take leaflets to certain places, i.e. the planets they're trying to take into their fold, as it were. Get combat bonds today, fight for the winning side. See what I mean? A lot of different communication things coming up. Interesting textures there. A lot of different messages coming up. Just seem to get. I'm now getting spam. So signing up to a faction means I get spam. So, is that really something we want to simulate? Another one! Flippin' heck! I'm hot news today. Target.
Targeting.
Next target.
Cycling next target.
Hey, Diamondback. Also, another enemy. Pranav Antal. Night. Just sit there looking at me then. Sit there looking at me talking trash. It's not really going to help you much, is it?
Under attack.
Oh, this one's actually having a pot shot. sorry, but you're on 4% hull. You're talking trash at me. Okay. Don't think you've really got the hang of this combat, Lark. You bastard! Son of a bitch. Oh no, he's there. Target. Next target.
Cycling next target.
What's all that about? Right, die then.
Target destroyed.
Wow. These Dunham sort of crumble into dust when you shoot them, don't they?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Didn't I just fly past this planet? Did coming out of Supercruise really throw me that far away when I was interdicted? Because look, interesting textures again. Meh. Interesting. Power to engines.
Power diverted to engines.
Docking request granted.
Gonna need some repairs, isn't there? Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
Ooh, and someone said that they fixed that problem I found with the
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
yeah, someone's forgetting he's using the best thrusters money can buy, and a much faster ship. Interactions in through you, of course, but you submitted it away. So I mean, I didn't move anywhere. I didn't even turn round. 11 credits to repair all that damage. Hull took a beating. We're just a small ship, isn't it? But still, 11 credits. Fix the paintwork. Oi! Oi! Hey! Okay, so, contact. Power contact. Ah, you see there, that's it, obviously. Collect them, take them somewhere. That smiley face you've got there, Edorin. That, like, let's look at Ollie Murs. Is it meant to be Ollie Murs, or is it actually a particular sort of smiley? And what do you type to get it? Fortify Bellow Bog. Prepare systems for Edburn Man. Collect alliance trade agreements from contacts in our control systems and deliver them to contacts in the system you want to prepare in order to ready it for expansion. So I said it twice. Do I need cargo space to do this then? Kappa with capital K. Does it signify anything? So I've seen them on quite a lot of people's streams, but not really worked out what it's meant to signify. And there's another bit of internet thing I've just not got. Internet culture I've just not discovered yet. I need cargo space. So if I confirm that, I must need cargo space. Right, I'm just heading off for a couple of seconds. If I told you where I'm going, everyone would say TMI, so I'm not going to say it. But I shall be back in a couple of minutes. I'm back. Right, so I've got a funny feeling here I need to have cargo. Ah, see, okay, got you. It's a trolling thing. Okay, I'll remember that in future then. If somebody has that little Olimar smiley face, then it's I'm being trolled. So I need cargo space. Okay then. Back out there. Fuel up. Outfitting. This is obviously a fairly cheapo nasty station, it's got crap lighting. Okay, internal. I have an empty internal compartment, so 6. Biggest one I can fit is 8. So grab one of them. Confirm. Get rid of that. Grab a 4 cargo rack. Okay. That gives me 10 cargo. Well, it gives me 12 cargo altogether, but 10 that I need. Okay, so prefer system for man. Collect alliance trade agreements from contacts in our control systems. So I can do that, can't I? Ah, there we go. Deliver to contacts in the system you want to prepare. Now in theory I've bought them, but it's not said I have to take them to one of the places that I was talking about before. So I could take them anywhere really, I suppose. Couldn't I? But no, I won't. I'll go where I said I was going to go. And where was that? Expansion, preparation, Arab. Is that what I've taken? Yeah, it's repair, so I'm going to Arab. Let's go back to that map. Preparation, Arab. View on map. Plot me a route. Okay. Preparation, Arab. Okay. Exit. Plot is, course is plotted. Go for any, don't I?
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Race landing gear.
Retracting landing gear.
Boost.
Afterburners. Maxing engines.
Stargate SG-1 reference, anyone?
2, 1, engage.
Or Lord of the Rings reference? Because if it's Ori, it's Stargate. If it's Ori, it's one of the dwarves from Hobbit.
Fuel sweeping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage hyperdrive.
Engaging jump drive.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Engage hyperdrive.
Engaging jump drive.
I forgot to check if the Diamondback was sitting on the docking bay properly, didn't I? Oops! Oh well. The floating Diamondback bug.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Arab.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Shall we see Cleave Orbital? Might just refuel actually while I'm here.
Fuel scooping.
These have a ridiculously fast fuel scoop now. Is it just me or is the space station behind the planet? It's behind the planet. It's going to be bloody dark behind you.
Docking request denied.
Too far away.
Docking request granted.
Deploy landing gear.
Deploying landing gear.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yeah, must admit, I do like the engine noises on most of the ships actually. Diamondback one sounds really nice. Courier one sounds nice as well, but my favourite is still the Type 6. I have to admit, the Type 6 engine noise just is lovely. Ah, so that is how it's meant to work. Ah. That's actually much more articulated than it was before, because obviously the entire side pod comes down into a landing configuration. That's obviously what wasn't animated in the last time we looked at it. That makes it look very different, doesn't it? Actually, I think it makes it look really insect-like. Since they've changed it slightly, I might as well get some additional screenshots of it. The more I see of this Diamondback, the more I do actually like it. It's a lovely ship. Different, very, very different. But yet still got that Lake-on design aesthetic about it. So I was thinking fly or something similar. Maybe a little moth. Whatever though, it does look good. Anyway, it's enough of that. Right, I've brought this stuffy, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it? Deliver agreements. Confirm. And that's it. Well, prepare progress, 180 out of 100. Latest contribution 10. Total merits 10. And that's it. I expected more. See, here we go. This is what you were talking about before, Edorin, is an independent system, uncontrolled, and I'm preparing it to be part of the Alliance. So in theory, the same should work for other systems. So if you have an Imperial system, say where it says controlled, it will say uncontrolled, it will say Imperial. And then I can start bringing trade agreements or anything like that from Alliance or Federal or anything, and that would start preparing it to be taken from the Empire into the Alliance. That's how I see it anyway. Combat bonds, no, security office. Redeem bounty vouchers. Confirm. It's 40% through mostly harmless. So then the next job is to fly back to that same place, pick up more of these contracts, and then go back again. See, done that, I've done the preparation, so I can do that there and there. So that's now 180 prep. So it's prepped really. And these are the ones that are currently expanding. So the preparation is you start taking these information leaflets to places, and then they start thinking about going over to the other side, whichever side it is you're trying to support. And then once you've done the preparation, you can then go in there and start to expand. So all these planets are ones that have been prepared. The preparation is complete, and now we're expanding into them. Now the way that Ed Mann does it, I don't know, I saw the nomination thing, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. It's there and it pledged to nominate. Won't let me click it. Unless this is something that happens if he's wanting to be nominated to a position in that system, like he wants to be pledged, he wants to be thingied, or you can maybe put a system in there. I don't know, I actually don't know. Honestly don't know. Sorry. Yeah, so the expansion in Mann's way of doing it is to collect contracts. So it's all paper based. So essentially it's the most peaceful method of doing things. And then control, which is done by fortification, again. Collect alliance trade agreements from contacts and control systems consistent to prepare. Ready for expansion. So that's it. If we go back to one of the other powers, so let's see, Ms. Duval. Viral propaganda campaigns. again, she's quite peaceful, but she uses meetings and things like that to do it. Expansions through finance, acquire control, it's basically buying them out, so it's like a corporate takeover the way that she does it. And when she's done all that, keep hold of them by being sociable. And using that methodology strong against communist, cooperative and confederacy governments. And then we go to somebody like Hudson. His way of doing it, preparation. Combat, combat, combat. So preparation is you kill people. Intelligence collected by both military and civilian federal agencies. Expansion, human space would thrive under the auspices of federal rule, willing to order the use of force if needed, using the pretense of security when overrunning federal assigned systems. So basically, you go in and you kick his ass, you kick someone else's ass for him. Control is also by combat, federal might. So he's probably the one that will drag in the ships, he'll drag in a warship to fortify the area. So anything that he's in command of or anything that he's trying to overtake will have combat zones there where you'll be a member of his forces fighting against another force. And that'll all be done through a contract, I would assume. Mr. Petraeus. So again, he buys his way in and then he fights to keep power. Interesting. And she basically smooth talks her way into making it ready, and then buys her way into the system, and then keeps everybody's pockets lined with cash to keep control there. Or Lee Young-rui, could be a bloke, I don't know. Sorry, ambivalent name. So yeah, it certainly does introduce some variety to everything. You can do a wide variety of missions depending on what sort of person you're following. It's a covert, that's interesting. Torval, she's the one that tried to stamp out Onion Head, isn't she? So, no, she's the slavery one. So she buys her way into everyone's good books, buys her way into the system, and then uses underhanded methods to keep everyone happy, or keep everyone in line. Alright, yeah, so that is a bloke then, sorry. Sorry Lee, I've just feminised you. Yeah, more story-based mission series or campaign. Yeah, like someone said to me earlier on today, it's kind of trying to make it kind of RPG-like, but it's not really, because you're not really taking a particular. Well, I suppose you are. To be honest, but let's be fair. You are playing a role within that, so you are role-playing. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So that was a bit of the peaceful option. So now, let's see what the repercussions would be if I then try and leave and go somewhere else. His connections. Sorry, young Rui, my mistake. We've not looked at yet. Lavinia Duval. So the preparation there is social. Expansion is combat. Let's defect, let's see what happens. I'm just testing shit, so. Carry 5 merits from current 10 merits. Rating 1. Edmund Mann's agents will attempt to hunt you down over the next day. Confirm. Okay, so. I'm fickle. Fickle. So now, if I go back into the thingy menu, contact, power contact. Now I can prepare Arab there as well, so that's pretty good. See, that's the thing, obviously there's a contested system, so people trying to control the same systems can do that. No reports to deliver, so I'll go back to the map again. I think I just brought my chair. Right, preparation. That's the peaceful method. So expansion, control. Fair way away, but hey, there we go. So there you go, how to expand. To save a system from the control of their own officials, Senator Lavinia Duval dispatches elements of her own fleet to private contractors throughout them out. Strong against fuel and patronage weakness. How to expand. Support the Senator's fleet by destroying corrupt system defence forces at crime sweeps in systems marked for expansion.